All right. So you might remember that in October of 2020, the whole Biden laptop came out, and there was a significant effort to basically label that as Russian disinformation. It helped Twitter suppress the story. It helped a lot of other media outlets. Oh, look at all these experts have said that it's Russian disinformation. And basically, they crushed the story prior to the election in 2020. So that was in October and early November of 2020. Part of the effort to crush the whole Hunter Biden laptop story was this letter that was sent by about 50 top national security experts that said this has all the fingerprints of Russian disinformation. So that came out in a story in Politico back in October of October 19th, to be precise. Hunter Biden story is Russian disinformation, dozens of former intel officials say. More than 50 former intelligence officials signed a letter casting doubt on the provenance. How do you say that? Where it came from, let's just say, on the authenticity. I can't believe I've always had trouble pronouncing that. Of a New York Post story, Miranda Devine, of the former vice president's son. Remember, the way they said that is because he has not yet been elected president as of October 19th of 2020. So right now he's just a former vice president. This came out, and it basically allowed the establishment cover for ignoring the story. Now, James Clapper, who is the, how do we want to say this, chief, one of the chief advocates of this letter and of calling the whole laptop story Russian disinformation, he is now coming out and saying that, oh no, the whole letter was misconstrued. And Jonathan Turley, this is Clapper, Jonathan Turley isn't buying it. He ain't buying it. Clapper, the former CIA director, played an intimate role in hatching the Russian collusion hoax targeting Donald Trump. Recently told the Washington Post that the letter he signed dismissing Hunter Biden's laptop was not meant to dismiss the laptop as Russian. He's like, oh no, I didn't mean that. Here's Jonathan Turley. Clapper hit Politico for distorting his infamous letter on the Hunter laptop. He insists that shortly before the election, they were merely raising the possibility that it might be Russian disinformation. Oh, okay, just raising the possibility. Excuse me while I take a sip from my Let's Go Brandon mug. Even though it was signed by 50 high-ranking, do you think that these aren't 50 like high school kids? These are 50 high-ranking national security. They know what they're signing. They read it over with a fine-tooth comb. Of course, that is a very profile of disinformation that Twitter, for instance, and other companies used as to censor others. When scientists and pundits stated that they were offering alternative views on COVID or elections, they were censored or suspended. Notably, thank you, Jonathan Turley. Here's the money quote. I do not recall Clapper rushing forward before the election. In other words, in the immediate aftermath of the release of this letter in October 19th, 2020, to correct the widespread use of the letter to dismiss the laptop Russian disinformation angle. It was only after the Russian disinformation claims were debunked after the election that he appears distraught. In other words, it's just like the Chinese when the Chinese said that, now we have 10 balloons from the U.S. flying over our country. They never said anything before, but now they're saying it. Nobody believes the Chinese, and nobody believes Clapper. I can't believe that people are buying this, that they're buying it. Here is the actual letter. Let's bring up, I wanted to see what the actual letter said. Because, okay, Jonathan Turley, he's a credible source, but let's go to the actual letter. So here it is. It is for all these reasons that we write to say that their arrival on the U.S. political scene, as it like a rival that it came from someplace else, purportedly belong to Vice President Biden's son Hunter. Much of it is related to his time serving on the Burisma board, has all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. And now Clapper's like, oh, I didn't mean that. We want to emphasize that we do not know if the emails provided to the New York Post and written up by Miranda Devine, way to go, Miranda Devine, are genuine or not, and that we do not have evidence of Russian involvement. Oh, we just don't have any evidence. Nobody's going to throw this out here a couple of days before the election. Just that our experience makes us deeply suspicious that the Russian government played a significant role in this case. If we are right, this is Russia trying to influence how Americans vote in this election, and we believe strongly that Americans need to be aware of this. Oh, now Clapper said, oh, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. There are a number of factors that make us suspicious of Russian involvement. You know, the chutzpah of these people, Clapper and the whole gang, it's just, I just like it is like, as it's just like Tucker says, you know, they're beating you up and then they say to you, stop hitting me, right? It's the most passive aggressive thing. They're beating the snot out of us and then they say to us, stop hitting them.